Yo, Perc Loops. You know, I see a lot of dubstep tutorials out there with their basic percussion, and it gets me thinking, why don't most of these tutorials encourage the use of extra supplementary percussive elements? I mean, they're so useful. They don't just sound cool, but they're also great space fillers, kind of like hi-hats. A lot of songs can sound pretty empty by default, so putting in a couple of perks can really spice things up. So if we look at this simple beat here, as you can hear, it's pretty basic. But if we add this perc loop I made, suddenly it's a lot more interesting. Perc loops, just like hi-hats once again, can also completely sway the flow of a song in one direction or another. So here we have this absolutely basic dubstep drum loop. Literally just a kick and a snare, absolutely no character to it. Now these two loops use the same sound, but establish completely different flows and feels, one of which is emphasizing the downbeat, and the other is emphasizing, of course, the upbeat. Anyways, speaking of feel, sound selection. Depending on the specific perks you use, your song might sound completely different. Like here I have this drop. Pretty normal, pretty basic, but using these three different perc loops brings out different possibilities. This one pretty standard, using pretty normal perks. This one a different feel using these war drum type things. And this final one is kind of absurd, using the classic pew-pews and other alien weirdo sounds. You can also go fully into sound selection by changing every other sound to complement the general feel that the perc loop gives. I also decided to use cymbals to really drive home the examples. Leaning into a more laid-back feeling, I'm now using standard trap kicks and this snare along with color bass, my favorite. Back to the one with the war drums, I used a combination mainly composed of a stomp kick along with some other things, and a typical dubstep snare with that strong fundamental. I also used more rides and crashes as opposed to hi-hats and finally, the weird one has a thinner but still dubstep kick along with a convexity type snare. It's also got the bloop bass from my tutorial that you should watch after this video, and your color bass is again my favorite. Also, put cool effects on your loops, like very cool delays, resonators, and other melodic things. Whatever you call this thing, volume automations and other filters, etc. All of the perks and sounds I used for this video were free. Pretty much all of them were from cymatics packs, and the others I found online through YouTube and videos like this one. And that's all for now. Peace.